dips in a sprinter. What's a two-up? Never been afraid to play my cards. What's a risk to a winner? Never been afraid to play my cards. These days, what's a lame to a real one?
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the South American country of Argentina and its capital city, Buenos Aires. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Panthers of Buenos Aires. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Amir Smith-Marset now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
Ready, set. Check pitch. Set.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Ready, go.
It's Young off play action. He'll buy some time right. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Young working out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And a lemon of a kick there. This is going to be spotted down right on the 30-yard line. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. The Panthers sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. This defense for the Colts, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taking it about the 36. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. Richardson going to move him around. Quick throw into the hands of Pittman. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Indianapolis.
Okay, break.
Now it's Richardson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Now a second and 10. Richardson on second and 10. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On third down, here's Richardson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. After the penalty is Mixon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss. Now Richardson is going to keep it running right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Anthony Richardson, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are on the board first here this afternoon. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. From the end zone is Smith-Marset. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. And it'll be an excellent excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Young. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Drill green. Ready.
Now Young. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Ready.
Here is Young. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Panthers. Adam Thielen with career touchdown number 60. And the Panthers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me and my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. And his throw is going to be incomplete. T. Higgins is the intended target. And it's 3rd down. When you look at this defense, they were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
Richardson. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Now their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Here's Richardson to throw. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Richardson looking to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Now, that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
2nd down, Young. Eluding the pressure right. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Quiddy Pay make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Ready.
The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Let's go.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Ready.
Young. He's got Thomas yet again complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but...
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Chark, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one up to around the 33. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Two yards still to go. Third down now. On third down, it's Richardson. A short throw pulled in by Woods. And he is going to have a Colts first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Richardson to the air on first down. They'll get this one complete there to Pittman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now Richardson, he's going to keep it running right. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper in 2nd and 1.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
On second down, here's Mixon. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
First down, Indianapolis.
Got ready?
Back to Mixon on first down. Shedding the tackle. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here we go.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Richardson completes a quick one out wide. Touchdown! Michael Pittman from 6 yards away. And the Colts are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. First down there on a pickup at 25. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
On the set.
So they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Clock, 10. Hut.
Young now. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On the counter now, it's Sanders. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now. Throwing, Young. He completes this one to Mingo. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Ready.
It's Young on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Claws red. Ready.
Young will set to throw. This ball complete to Thielen going across the middle. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Ready. Throw, 52. Set.
To throw, Young. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Again, it's Young. And he's got it. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Set.
Clock running as he's brought down, but now you can't spike it. It's 4th down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. An option handoff here to Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Ready up.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Ready.
They go play action. Young. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Young. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And Sharp calls it in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw, Young. That's caught by Mingo, right side. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. On play action, Young. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Young on 3rd down. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
5-6. Smith red. Set, huh?
A give running left. It's Sanders. And he's taken down inside the 30. And they're going to speed things up here. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd down and 4.
Ready.
Off the play fake, Young. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
A 42-yard attempt.
It's headed right. It's no good. He misses wide of the upright.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. 3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. In motion goes the tight end. An option handoff here to Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not getting the 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit, and then you had to see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one. And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Black shot. White. Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Gay is on for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
21. Panthers 14. That day, the kickoff for the Colts.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the end zone is Smith-Marset. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Young. Short throw there, caught by Thomas. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Ready, go. Slide blue. Striker.
Here's Young from the shotgun. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play.
Panthers 14.
Ready.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now here's Young. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And out across midfield, down to the 45. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. A big play there for the Panthers. 42 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
On the set.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Cluster. 6. Set. Cut.
Sanders. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Ready.
Sanders again, and he will again go backwards as they drive him back to the 4-yard line. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting 1st downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over. And when you're in a one-score game in the 2nd half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Now Richardson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the 1st time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
The Colts on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. from the shotgun, Richardson. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. It's Young off play action. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
Ready, ready. Hut, hut.
A play fake. Now Young. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Quiddy Pay. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Blue striker. Set.
3rd and long for Young. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
Here we go. Seal, black. Ready?
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Jeremy Chin there defensively.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it. Pressure comes, and down he goes. D.J. Johnson in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. And that'll be marked down as their 1st sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the 1st half. But now they've gotten their 1st sack here in the 2nd half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll stop at the 44. Now a pause for the injury, and that is as Joe Mixon clearly in some discomfort following that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Taking it about the 16. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10.
Okay, ready?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the... And a huge mistake late. It's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready up.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Ready.
Back to it after the pick six. Young. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Let's go.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
Ready.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Ready.
On 2nd down, here's Hull. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. And I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Pat the 60. Pat the 60.
Quick throw into the hands of Pittman. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Three. Gotta be lying. 19 tight. 19 tight. Dragon 60. Go.
Option play, a give to Hull. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Quick throw completed by Richardson. Touchdown Colts. T. Higgins from 3 yards out. And the Colts have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Gay is on for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
He's on his way.
And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Come on.
Now we're first and 10 at the 11. And they'll hand off to Hull.
And the tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Check. Check, smash. Rig alert. Warriors 70. Broncos.
Now Hull.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Let's go.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line. 5 yards on the play.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Indianapolis, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8.